Hi, I'm Dahlia Cmrlec, and I wanted to come on and share with you some insights and information that absolutely rocked my world when I found out about it, changed my life, and has facilitated me and my well-being and my personal development in a way like perhaps nothing else have. And it's so simple to apply to any moment of your life, quite frankly. It is about the power of the words that you are using. It is about how you use your words, what words you're using, and being consistently, as much as possible, aware, self-aware and conscious of what is coming out of your mouth and what is going on in your brain in terms of your internal dialogue. So your internal dialogue, what goes on in here, and you think that no one can hear it and it's okay because it didn't come out of my mouth. Act like it did, okay? Act like it did. Whatever you think in here is just as tangible in the realm of energy as though it came out of your mouth. Exactly the same. And the effects may not be the same, but the power and the frequency, the vibration of it is exactly the same. So as I go through this video, I may refer back to internal dialogue, but you can apply what I'm saying about your spoken words to your spoken words, as well as to internal dialogue, just as important and just as powerful as that famous quote goes. What is it? Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are real things. You can't see them, you can't touch them, but they're real. And by gosh, do I know in my line of work how powerful they are, and how how they can shape your reality, your everyday, the way that you live and experience every single moment of your day, whatever it is that you're doing. So yeah, really interesting stuff. So I wrote a couple of notes. If you see me looking away, I'm just reminding myself of where I'm going in today's podcast video. So let's use this as a reminder to you. It certainly is a reminder to me. I will be going through the best way to dialogue with yourself. So your internal dialogue, the words, the phrases that you can use. I'm not telling you what to say. They're parts of your phrases or parts of your dialogue that will add a lot of value to what it is that you're wanting to experience. Now, when I say experience could mean what you're wanting to create. I know I have a lot of creators who will be joining me on this journey here on YouTube and through these videos shared through these podcasts. But it could, when I talk about creation, we're not always creating some big, exaggerated, big, exaggerated. What does that mean? That means nothing. Let me explain in better words. Let me find better words to explain. Creation is not always a lofty project. It is not always something that you find difficult. Creation is how you show up in every moment of every day. And it is a lot for you, like it was a lot for me to accept that fact. Because oftentimes we haven't been programmed, trained, or educated in a way to believe that we can choose how we show up mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually in every single moment of our life. It's a big responsibility. I won't go into that now. But that is creation. You are creating yourself and you have a choice. And so that is actually one of the words that will be coming up later in this podcast as well, that will serve you really, really well. So just going back to my notes for a second, I wanted to just go over for a moment another layer of all of this, and that is the phenomenal power and importance of your voice. I cannot stress enough the power of the voice and the resonance of what is being said by someone, what is being said by you. That the old saying of, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Yes, that is also true. But when you hear from my voice, it will either resonate for you in a way that feels like truth because it is light, or it may not resonate for you, which means that we are not at a vibrational match, and that is perfect as well. So our voice can be used and is used every single day all across the world to create. I will say that again. Your voice is being used every day, whether you speak it, whether you think it, whether you write it. It is being used every single day to create. The voice is, from my understanding, one of the highest vibrations of the human experience. And I've been in vocal training for about 10 years now, so I also know certain other things that are at our disposal, which I will not go into this video, but there will be others, I imagine, in the near future. So the voice is important. The power of the voice to discern what you want in that field of creation is important and very powerful. It can transcend all time, space, reality, and it is the element of your physical human experience that, as I said, is essential to creation. So, sometimes when we're doing certain self-development work and we're looking at integrating things, just declaring them is also incredibly powerful. Just declaring what you are intending to create is dynamic and important. Just sharing, with your loved ones, with your team, with whoever it is, if you're a leader in the field, just declaring something as a new boundary, as a new intention, as a new closure or ending is incredibly important, making that communication again with your voice. So if you're listening, I know you're a creator, I know you're conscious, hopefully both. Yes, you are definitely both, whether you are conscious and aware of it or not. So if you want to speak to yourself a little bit better, or you feel like there's something missing in your desires to create. Now, when I talk about create, again, I want to go back to that create your well-being. Create your well-being. Are you wanting to train more? Are you wanting to eat healthier? Make healthier choices with what you're consuming into your physical body? Are you wanting to make more uplifting choices with the company you keep? Are you wanting to make more uplifting choices with, how you spend your free time? Are you wanting to make more uplifting choices around a creative project, a professional project, around your finances? It will serve you well. This will serve you well. So when you, just looking at my notes, when you want to reinforce something within yourself, it is crucial to use the present tense. And some of you might be going, is she going into an English language lesson? No, although I did do that for many years. And so I love this part of the just the mindfulness around what language you are speaking. Okay, the mind, the subconscious mind, cannot future pace. Okay, so don't say to yourself, you can, of course you can, because in the English language we have tenses. So we can talk about the past and the present and the future. There are some languages that don't have that, by the way, but the English language does. And so I don't want to diverge too much here. So let's get back to this. The mind functions best and is spoken to best when it hears the present tense. Okay. So if you're a creator, there's perhaps a tendency in the English language to go, I will, or, I'm going to. The mind doesn't get that. It doesn't know what that is. Your subconscious mind doesn't understand that. So you want to use present tense, present continuous. Okay? For example, I am feeling, or I feel, I am feeling. Okay. I am receiving, or I receive. Okay, this kind of present thing. Don't say I will receive. I will be feeling like this next week. You can set yourself a goal, absolutely. Put it up somewhere that you can see it, you can visualize it, you can work towards it in your schedule, in your timeline, absolutely. But when you dialogue with yourself, or with, you're wanting to declare something, it's the present tense that we're working with, and that works best because there's a necessity to embody now and to be now what it is you're seeking to create, irrespective of the external physical evidence that is currently present. So the other thing is, present tense, the other thing is negative. So the mind, and we all know this, if you're speaking with kids, you don't need to have kids to know this, I'm sure it's a universal knowledge, how there is an inability to comprehend negatives, inability to comprehend not. And I've seen this across different premises and philosophies. The mind cannot comprehend the word not and negative phrases. That's why when you tell a child the classic of, do not touch that, don't pull hair, don't throw sand, it's like, huh? And they just do it again, and they do it again, and they do it again. You're like, what? Our subconscious mind is the same. Can you believe it? It's exactly the same. So instead of saying, I'm not going to eat a bar of chocolate every Friday night, well, you can say that. That's great, because, or say it to your peers, your friends, the people you live with, to help you stay accountable. But to yourself, you might want to say something like, I'm choosing to snack on an apple. I'm choosing to snack on a nourishing, something nourishing. I'm choosing to have a cup of tea. I insist on having a cup of tea. Okay, and I'll get more into some of those language examples as well. But the negative, the mind cannot create with a negative language structure. It just can't do it. And I'm using the word can't as well. It is unable. The mind is unable to create with those negative structures and the word not. So just veer away from that and be mindful. Again, this video is to bring awareness, is to bring, to share some knowledge and to bring awareness to this, and it will activate you and bring awareness within you, and that will serve you well. So, okay, so some powerful examples is what I wanted to get into next. I already made that a couple along the way. A few others is, so if we're talking about our health and our well-being, you might want to start really easy and say, if you're not feeling great within yourself, I want to feel well. Again, though, be mindful that the word want is very wanting. So start there. Start there, though. That's fine. Don't be too hard on yourself. Start with, I want to feel good. I want to feel good in my skin. I want to feel good in my body. And then you might just stay there for the day. But then the next day you might go, I want to feel well, and then you might be able to progress to, I feel really good in my skin. I feel really good. I feel really energetic. And then the mind would go, well, how can I feel energetic? Okay, that's a really good question. How can I feel better? How can I feel more energetic? How can I eat healthier? How can I talk to myself in a kinder manner that is more loving? And you see, so all these things will serve you. Other things that are really beautiful, present tense again, things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. I'm a good listener. I say that to my kids a lot. They always have a great table for me at my favourite restaurant. They always have a great table for me. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I am present. I am present. My presence alone is enough. I trust that my presence is enough. I'm here, I'm present mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I'm choosing to be here. And the words I choose are important. I'm choosing to be healthy. I'm choosing. What are you choosing? Remember, that's a vital aspect of your creation process too. What are you choosing? And that you can choose. You can choose your thoughts, you can choose the words you're using, the language you're using, and so being mindful of that in the creation process is also important. Words I am will also have a huge impact on you. Marissa Peer says what follows I am follows you, and I just couldn't think of a better way to express that, saying whatever comes after I am is what will be you. First we say the words, we do this work, we do these activities, we become aware of them, and then they become you. Every cell of your body is listening. Every cell of your body is being created by what you're feeding your mind. What are you feeding your mind? You can feed it these thoughts. You can use the language it understands, and it will serve you well. You can say things like, I'm healthy, I'm feeling more energetic. Okay, again, and the last thing I wanted to also tap into in this short video today was, what evidence are you plugging into? So the reason I say this is because I oftentimes, and it's usually in, I find not the inner circle of people, but the outer circle, maybe in a context where you're socializing or you're networking for work or for a project that you're working on, and what happens is someone will want to connect with you by sharing something that's kind of a low vibration. They're complaining about someone, or they're saying something that's not very nice about someone or something, or a certain circumstance. The food's terrible, or what about whatever it could be. And you have a choice to make. Are you going to plug into that or not? And the other time that really shows up is, what evidence do you continue plugging into in your everyday circumstances? If you consistently are plugging into the evidence of past transgressions, past errors, past losses, past pain experiences, and pain can be experienced in many ways. If you keep talking about it and going back to that story and telling your friends and telling this one and telling that one, your mind is consistently reliving that experience. And if it's consistently reliving that experience every time you tell the same story of that time that bad thing happened, or that really painful experience occurred, then you keep feeding your mind the same chemicals and the same energy and those words, and you're not allowing yourself to create your highest, truest expression of self, and you're not allowing yourself to enjoy the results that you're intending to enjoy. So by giving your mind the right language is a really good place to start. Okay, so being mindful of, what are you saying after I am, and using the present simple tense whenever you're wanting to create from a high vibration, create in alignment with your truth, with what feels really good, with what you enjoy, with what you desire, with what you intend. They are just going to serve your highest, greatest good in every single way. So if you're tending to make some changes this year, remember those little tools. And I think I'm going to close the podcast here. So if you have any questions, drop them down below or contact me. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in receiving any more helpful, useful insights like this. And thank you for your time and attention.